seen anything like that.
Wide right.
Little roller up along first. Behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
Oh, the band is out on the field. He's going to go in the end zone. He's going to go in the end zone. The Bears have won. The Bears have won. Oh, my God.
It's the Davey Mac Sports Program, where we talk the sports and other stuff, like Christmas. Yeah, speaking of which, how does Santa pay for his Viagra? Anyone? No? With his elf insurance. Yeah. Oh, boy. Santa's going to get that candy cane sucked tonight.
Oh.
I'm Roy Harder, and here's your host, Mr. Eastside David McDonald, everybody.
Roy, come on. Santa Claus?
Merry Christmas, Dave.
Santy? You're accusing Santy of needing the dick pills? Doesn't that guy, he has access to magic and like gold dust and stuff. Yeah. Like doesn't he do like some kind of fairy gold? He like snorts something when he goes up the chimney.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So why do all like 1880s like or 1890s like books with illustrations of Santa have him snorting something before he zooms up the chimney? Yeah. Wasn't like cocaine and Freud like just coming out around then?
Yeah, it's they used to do snuff, David. I don't know if it's not very popular nowadays, but snuff was a big thing back up until probably 30, 40 years ago.
And snuff was what? It was tobacco that you snorted?
Tobacco that you snort. It's like a dark.
And what is the point of what would be the point of snuff? Does it get you a little bit high or?
Yeah, it's kind of like Zyn nowadays. I'm sure. Ask Bobby. He knows.
I do.
I mean, Roy, while Robert might look like a guy who works at an 1870s outhouse, he actually isn't one. Okay.
But I do love the Zyn, as Roy was pointing out, and the reason for snuff in particular, Dave, was the population of French people was growing at the time, and they refused to shower. So doing tobacco through your nose gave you both a nicotine high and blocked the smell of the French people coming to your area.
Oh my God! I thought, is that why they invented? Is that why they invented perfume?
Actually, that was the Egyptians, because if you your people who are related to you have hormones and pheromones they give off that are too similar to you, and your body doesn't want that. So when the Egyptians were trying to keep the bloodline within the family, basically their body physically wouldn't allow it to happen because it was so incestual, and they needed a way to block that smell. Thus, they invented perfume. So
when did Bobby turn into like fucking ChatGPT or Google or some shit? How do you know all this, Bobby? I'm impressed.
There's that one Egyptologist who's like 80. Yeah. I don't know his name, but
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Hat. Yeah,
yes,
he's got the gray hair. And he's like, it's the magic of the Sphinx. And behold the wonders of the pyramids. I can watch anything that guy does just because of how he talks to us. I'm like, any second, I'm expecting him to like take out like a magic lamp and rub a genie.
Dave, I heard that guy, he's actually in jail. Yeah, he got accused of running a pyramid scheme. Oh!
That was Roy. Give yourself 10 points because I actually believed you for a second until I heard the. Listen, Roy Harder, Bobby Tamburo, Eastside Dave McDonald, here with you on the last episode of the year. I mean, we're showing heart and determination. We're doing this on December 23rd. Not sure when it's going to be released, but we are doing this as everyone.
Wait, hold on. December 23rd. David, tomorrow's Christmas.
Christmas Eve. That's
shit,
right.
Man. I got to go, guys. I'm sorry. I'll see you guys later. I didn't realize it was December 23rd, David.
We literally, all three of us have no time for this BS, and yet we actually have exactly 1 hour today. So we said, you know what? Rather than, because we did kind of end with last week's episode. It was a quasi, this might be our final episode of the week because, the holiday season gets insanely busy for everybody, and we've been crazy busy, but we found an hour because we care so much. Is there any show that cares about the audience as much as we do? Seriously. I mean, with all the stuff that all three of us are dealing with and all the things going on and all this kind of stuff. And we're like, look, we only got 1 hour. You know what? Screw it. Let's go for it. We're giving to the audience. So a happy Hanukkah, a Merry Christmas, a happy holidays to you. Enjoy our Christmas episode today, everybody. Let's go. Put it on the car. You know, you're driving to the in-laws. It's always fun to hear about racial slurs and people getting assaulted, because that's topic number one as DK Metcalf situation is in the news, Roy. It's a very serious situation. The Pittsburgh Steelers played the Detroit Lions this past Sunday, this past week. Or was that the Monday night game? Whatever. The Lions played the Steelers this past week, and DK Metcalf is getting heckled by a guy in a stupid blue Lions wig, a dumb blue Lions jersey. He's getting heckled by this dude, but he walks up to the guy, he grabs him, holds on to him, and then punches him, Roy.
Oh, my God.
Plot twist. So everyone's like, oh, my God. People notice this guy immediately went out and got a lawyer. And there are some people like, why would the Lions fan get a lawyer if he did nothing wrong? He's going to sue DK Metcalf and the Pittsburgh Steelers for every penny they have. That's why, dummy. But it's a good thing this guy has a lawyer, Roy. Because DK Metcalf is now trying to say the guy called him the N-word.
Oh.
And he said the guy called his mama a cunt. I don't know. I decided to back away from it is a Christmas episode. We never say that word on DMSP.
Yeah, typically I've never heard you don't.
Because I'm Irish, I call both men, women, I call everyone cunts. So that word is allowable, strangely, on the DMSP. Now, here's the bottom line. DK Metcalf is straight up lying. Or he is Detroit Lion.
I see what you did there, David.
Hey, Roy, that was just as bad as one of your intros, pal. CBS initially showed the replay. We're not going to play that one because you've all seen it. CBS showed the replay. The fan walks down slowly. He's got a stupid, goofy, grinning. Listen, I'm not going to defend the guy for being a goof. The guy is a total goofball. I mean, he's a total dorky, one of these goofy fans who get dressed up. I don't know why LARPing it has become such a big thing in sports. Why people now need to get dressed up like it's the Ice Capades. It's bizarre. Everyone needs to be their own character. Yeah. This guy's going for blue-haired man.
This has got ESPN written all over it somehow, David.
But as goofy as this guy is, when CBS showed him, he just had a stupid smile on his face. DK Metcalf walked to the railing. The guy's on the front row, and you see the guy lean over. He has a Steelers shirt, a yellow Steelers shirt he wanted signed. So this dummy, I think, because he actually was so non-using those slur word, he's so, quite frankly, he's a little bit out of it. He's a little goofy. He actually thought with DK Metcalf walking towards him that Metcalf was going to sign his shirt. Instead, Metcalf grabs him by the shoulder or something, kind of chokes him a little bit, in my opinion, and then punches him. Now, here is the video we are going to show you, where the fan, by the way, before this video popped up, the fan instantly went to every news organization in Detroit and adamantly said, I didn't say that at all.
That's slander.
I called him DK, which is his real name that he doesn't like. So he changed it to DK Metcalf. DK. He changed it to DK. And the fans going, I was trolling him by calling him DK, the actual name on his birth certificate. That's what I was saying. He's lying. He's a total liar. So now we're going to play the video, and you actually, if you listen, you hear the guy going, DK. Then you hear some other guy, a black man who's filming the whole thing, laughing amiably, like as if this is a fun interaction.
Okay.
I don't think the African American taking the video would find it so funny if the man in Detroit, a city that's about 80% black, we've all seen 8 Mile. The white people from Detroit tend to be like Marshall Mathers, folks. Eminem, if you're not hip. The point. Oh yeah. Oh, I like that.
Sorry, Dave.
That was
Go
one
ahead.
of our sports songs that we would listen to on the bus before a baseball game. That, Metallica, and Tool's "Sober" were our
Good ones.
little hype
They'll pump-
songs.
they'll pump
Metallica,
you up.
Enter Sandman. Here's the point. The point is, you hear the word DeKalin, you see this goofball, you never hear the word. Everyone else around it is smiling and having a good time. And DK Metcalf just loses it and punches this guy in the face after choking him. Here you go.
Jersey. Hey, DK, don't sign it. DK, don't sign it. DK. He about to throw that motherfucker away. Man. He knows he has to. Hey, DK. Yup.
Now, while
Wow,
the
David.
the DeKalin you could hear at the beginning, and then the other guy, the guy taking the video, was going, "DK, don't sign." And that guy, I think, was a Steelers fan because if you notice, either his leg or the leg next to him looked like someone was wearing Steelers sweatpants. So obviously the guy's going, "DK, don't sign it. He's a troll. He's a Lions fan. He's a Lions fan." The game was in Detroit, but still, road fans, especially someone like the Steelers or the Cowboys, the Dolphins, those fans travel everywhere. And this guy's a Steelers fan going, "Don't sign it, DK. Everything's a friendly interaction." And then DK Metcalf loses his mind, pulls the guy and punches him in the face. Then he says, "The guy called me the N-word," where there's no footage or video in a building where there's cameras everywhere. CBS has the footage. It wouldn't be hard, in my opinion, for CBS to find some sort of microphone in the area where you have a zillion cell phones and people taking it, not one single person. And by the way, the entire section of people corroborated the fan already. They spoke to multiple people in the section who corroborated. The fan didn't say anything. He was calling him DK. Or, excuse me, he was calling him DeKalin. He was saying, DeKalin, like this, DeKalin. And the guy goes by DK. I don't know what happened, some sort of trauma with DeKalin, or maybe he was a little kid who couldn't pronounce his own name because, in my opinion, he's pretty stupid. Because if you do this, you're a stupid, undisciplined human being. There's something off with this guy. But if I'm the fan, this is the greatest lawsuit probably of all time.
Yeah. I don't know, David. If you listen really close to that video, you can kind of hear them chanting, "This is MAGA country."
I was listening. I did not hear those words really hard.
I mean, this guy's a new Smollett, man.
But the point being, this can't happen, folks. Chad Ochocinco then immediately goes on his show and goes, "Hey, I had to confirm that the fan called him the N-word." And they go, "Oh, who confirmed it?" DK Metcalf. Folks, this is now officially a problem. I'm sorry. It's Christmas. I don't want to go in this direction for the whole show, and I'm not going to. I plan to attack ESPN. That's my favorite thing to do on the planet Earth. But Angel Reese already tried the racism stuff because she missed free throws and was totally embarrassed. NBA put the story everywhere. And then after a month, and on ESPN, the WNBA goes, "Oh, we concluded our weeks-long investigation and have now determined that indeed nothing racist actually occurred to Angel Reese. We're sorry. Moving on, Roger Goodell in the NFL." But so they completely buried the apology. They didn't promote at all that the Angel Reese story was a complete hoax, just like Bubba Wallace in NASCAR, just like the dude in Chicago. I'm sorry to bring up these examples. I'm for everyone, by the way, in case people want to know. I ain't Democrat. I ain't Republican. I re-registered to vote this year. It says Eastside Dave McDonald. wishes to not claim a party. I don't have a political agenda. My only truth, or the only thing I care about is truth. And really what I hate are hypocrites, frauds, and liars. I always have. And if you want to know who we go after on this show with our teeth out, it's hypocrites, frauds, and liars. They will be white, they will be black, they will be Asian, they will be Latino. We will go after everyone who is a piece of shit liar, because you're a piece of garbage. And especially when you act like an asshole and you compound it with dishonesty, as DK Metcalf is doing. This guy can not only sue DK Metcalf for literally being assaulted, he could sue the NFL for being assaulted. He now has multiple slander and libel cases on top of the assault case. If I'm this dude, I take this video, I get everyone in my section who already corroborated that he didn't say any racial slurs, and I bring everyone to court, and I literally take, I don't know, $1 billion. I would sue the NFL for allowing this nonsense to happen, because the NFL needs to be like, look, we looked into it. No racial slur was said. Despite what DK Metcalf is saying, the fan had every right to call him the Kalen, and DK Metcalf had no right to assault him. And he has no right to do slander and libel at this fan's expense. So we, the NFL, are going to give this guy $100 million and please go away. And you're invited to Lions games in the future. But like this dude, oh my God. Hey, dude, seriously, I'm not a practicing lawyer. I want in on this case. I will represent you. Dude, I will win. Okay. Roy, do you have to be an actual practicing lawyer to represent someone in real court? Or can I just do it?
Not in New Jersey, David. You should be okay.
This would be Michigan.
Michigan you may have to be, but maybe not, David. Who knows? It is Michigan, so.
It depends on the type of court, actually, because Jim Trafficant famously was in front of the Supreme Court for tax fraud and had a bunch of law students serve on his team so he could represent himself, because you technically had to have somebody with a certain amount of training. So he went into the local law school and was like, you guys want to be on a Supreme Court case? And just went.
Wow. I'm so impressed, Bobby. I'm going to start calling you Gronk.
I know, he's Wikipedia Tamburo over here, Roy. What's this all
I
about?
know, right?
Isn't it amazing how many IQ points he rises when he just puts the joint down for a few minutes?
Yeah. I really wish I could argue with you here, but it's been a day or so, and I'm so much sharper.
It's a little something to consider in the future before we have the technical process of recording and capturing a goddamn show. Just something to consider in the future. And then what I like to do when all my work is done, puff, puff, baby. Puff. Nobody is judging you. When I'm done and the show is given back to me and we're all in sync, the audio and video is in sync, then I go, okay, it's time for Puff Puff Fun Time. Put on the program, the brilliant program we've just done, and enjoy myself, because it's Christmas, Roy.
That's right.
Anyway, I'm
with you 100%, Dave.
What do you think about the DK Metcalf thing, guys?
Go ahead, Bobby.
Oh, I was just going to say, I'm with you, Dave. The issue I have is when I don't do that. Like this morning, I used the same words DK Metcalf alleged somebody used on the way to go get a coffee. So I need to be able to phone them.
We can't see. I know, but the Davey Mac Sports Program for a couple minutes there was the bastion of light and goodness in the world, and now we're not. Now, because like I said, I hate all hypocrisy. So yes, folks, don't look at us. Apparently, Bobby Tamburo has some very salty language.
Privately, just making a joke, Dave. But my actual thought is, take it aside from the societal perspective. Just look at the sports. Like, you're telling me nobody in the NFL is trash talking worse than saying the N-word and calling somebody's mom a cunt? Like, the level of trash talk I experienced in high school football was beyond that. Kevin Garnett irritated Carmelo Anthony so much he waited for him and tried to fight him after a game. Like, you can't take a couple of mean words, DK. You're the biggest MFer on earth. Like, I would be using this every game. I would have him ejected. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, look,
that guy
I'm not
get under his skin.
I'm not saying that any words are justification for violence. In my opinion, that's wrong. You know, we got to be stronger as human beings about this. But I will also say, I pointed out, the American judicial system is based on precedent. Well, precedent's been set that if people sometimes are embarrassed by their own actions, they clearly distract others from criticizing them by doing this garbage. I just pointed out Angel Reese. I pointed out Bubba Wallace. It's happened multiple times. It's happened in Star Wars. The Acolytes sucked. So then they start calling all Star Wars fans racist. And we're like, no, it's actually just the writing is terrible. The performances are terrible. The cinematography is terrible. The visual effects are terrible. The storylines are terrible. The logic is terrible. The portrayal of the Jedi is terrible. The portrayal of the Sith is terrible. Everything about the show is terrible, but we don't have an agenda. It's just bad. And instead it was like, well, Star Wars fans are racist. And I'm like, I resent that because it's dishonest. And this same shit is happening here. And buddy, like I said, I ain't no Matlock, but motherfucker, I can talk. All right? Okay? I can cut a promo. I'm just saying, if you want someone to cut a promo on your behalf, I'm looking for $5 million. I think that's a fair fit. This guy should, between assault, slander, and libel, like this guy has a jackpot of lawsuits. Yeah. He should be getting no less than $120 million.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be making out just fine, David.
It's about who he includes. He's got to include the Steelers. He's got to include the NFL. He's got to include Chad Ochocinco. I hate to say it, he's a Lions fan, but he might want to say Lions security dropped the ball.
Good point.
Also, we said DK hates being called DeKalin, his legally given name by his mother, right? So either you hate the name your mother gave you so much and she's a cunt and you can't get mad when somebody calls her that, or people can call you DeKalin and not call your mom a cunt and you can't get mad. Like you can't have it both ways. If you hate the name so much, she's a cunt for it.
That's true.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, the weird thing is, the weird thing is that there was nothing in his interaction that even remotely sounded like what he was claiming to say. Like you can't even mistake it for something else, you know?
All you heard was at the very beginning of the video, you did hear DeKalin. That's why the evidence is on this guy's side, because that's him saying DeKalin. And then for the rest of the video, you hear the guy doing the video calling him DK, don't sign it. And like I say, if you just look at the person's leg, they got sweatpants on that say Steelers on the side. So there's Steelers fans going, hey, don't sign it. But the whole thing is jovial. The whole thing is good natured. The guy's laughing as he's saying, DK, don't sign it. He's laughing. So it's only DK Metcalf who acted like the complete asshole. It's no one else.
I thought you were going to call. I thought you were going to call him an N-word.
I am not going to use. I don't use that word.
It is Christmas Day, and in the spirit of Christmas, I'd like to give DK a little advice on how to get through this situation.
Yeah,
and that would be, I would change my name to like Grok World Peace. Perhaps go play for the Rams and win a championship there.
Well, like the formerly known Ron Artest is what you're saying?
Absolutely.
Instead of Meta, I guess.
Now everybody loves Ron Artest.
Roy, did you understand that joke? I know Roy. Roy was like, I have no idea. Robert, Roy thought you were speaking the Wookiee language right there.
That's okay. I might be. I'm pretty punch drunk at this point.
All right, so that's enough. Now, Roy.
Yes, sir.
Dude, I was thinking maybe a little Christmas music every once in a while would be
sure.
nice. And I was thinking maybe, just a little ditty, just to get the little Christmas.
No ditty. No ditty.
I mean, not Sean Combs, not Sean Combs. Ditty. And yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Beautiful. Maybe I'll talk a little bit.
There you go.
Oh, this Christmas time here at the Davey Mac Sports Program, Bobby Tamburo, Roy Harder, and myself, Eastside Dave McDonald. And one thing that we never do here is use racial slurs. Can't say the same for other slurs, but we don't use racial ones. Have a nice Christmas, everyone. Now...
I was playing, I don't know if you caught that, Dave, but I was playing Blue Christmas by Elvis Presley. And he had no problem calling anyone an N-word.
Okay, he's joking. What does he mean by that? Give us the punchline.
No punchline, David. I'm just saying.
He means nice. He means nice, naughty and nice. He was doing a Christmas joke. The N word in Roy's case was naughty or nice.
Of course. Yes.
I'm going to finish the joke that apparently Roy wasn't doing.
That's actually a fun bit. Roy sets you up with a racy setup, and you have to bail it out to a PC punchline.
I love this game, David.
DK Metcalf is going to be slapping us around in about 5 minutes. Elle Duncan. Okay, so now my favorite part of the show where I do have to bash ESPN because Elle Duncan just left ESPN. She was she's a somewhat controversial ESPN Sports Center anchor. I don't know. I didn't really care about Elle. Like, I don't care either way. You know, I don't get upset by Elle Duncan. She doesn't make me mad. I don't necessarily think she's good at what she does either. I'm not like a fan. I don't care. Like, you know, it's one of those neutral, like so many people on ESPN. They're just kind of manila envelopes.
Yeah, milquetoast.
They don't have a lot of personality and a lot of charisma. So I don't know why people get angry at them sometimes. But I do. I get angry at the two Sports Center dorks who like to, you know, suck each other's dicks on the air.
I think Elle only got the job because her brother Tim Duncan put her in place.
Okay. Okay. Now listen. Elle Duncan gave a farewell message to ESPN on Sports Center, and we're going to listen to it now. Now it's 1 minute long. I want you to really listen to it because for a farewell message, does it strike you as a little defensive, a little paranoid, a little weird? It does to me, but I'll let you decide. Here's the audio.
This is my last Sports Center. Should I look at camera 3? Okay. Which is still wild to say that. And I do have a lot of thoughts, and I imagine that a weepy social post is coming. But before I leave this desk, there is something that I want to say. I see the headlines about ESPN. Some are earned, some I believe are not. And anyone in this chair knows that criticism is just a part of the job, and you take it. But the faces of this place are not the soul of this place. The soul is the thousands of people who work here. No spotlight and still all the scrutiny. People from every background, with every kind of belief, and from every zip code. There is no hidden agenda here, folks. Just maybe the same one that most of you have there at home, to put food on the table, maybe to send your kids to college, do some work that matters, build a life. ESPN is not some nameless monolith. It runs on individuals.
Stop making fun of the gigantic billion-dollar corporation. Because I sold my soul for money. Please stop holding me accountable for it online and with shows like the Davey Mac Sports Program. Roy, do you have any puke music? Because I want to throw up.
I was just playing it. Yeah, that seems. Anyone who says there's no hidden agenda, usually the first thing that I'm going to think of, okay, what's their hidden agenda?
Oh my God, 100%. I literally would like the second she goes hidden agenda, I go, they have a hidden agenda.
Yeah,
like that's a crazy thing to say.
Yeah,
I also don't love the gaslight manipulation of Johnny's in, it's not just the people that you see on TV. There's Johnny in the mailroom. So don't make fun of ESPN, because if he loses his job, what's he going to... Johnny's not my responsibility. Johnny's your responsibility. Johnny's ESPN's responsibility. And if ESPN turns into a crooked, completely dirty, corrupt machine, which it has, that's ESPN's fault that Johnny's on the breadline. It's not ours. I'm sorry. Don't try that. That's manipulation. That's gaslighting. All right? So that I'm not going to fall for that either. That's complete BS, Elle Duncan. As far as what Roy says, 100%. There's not a hidden agenda? You're giving it all away. You're giving it all away. I believe 100%, truly, hand on the Bible, lie detector test in every orifice of my body if you want.
Yeah.
I truly believe that ESPN is dirty and that they are now influencing, especially college football, but influencing across the board, sports only for their own gain, not ever for what's in the best interest of the sport, and most importantly, what's in the best interest for the sports viewer, the audience. That's who they need to be concerned. Instead, ESPN has lost their way. They sermonize, they soapbox, they tell us how to think, how to walk, how to talk, how to breathe. They're constantly trying to give us moral lessons, and yet there's corruption all over the place. I keep telling you I'm against hypocrisy. I am vehemently against ESPN. And thank you, Elle Duncan. Thank you for shining a light on what I'm going to now refer to as ESPN's hidden agenda. Because honestly, I hadn't even thought of that phrase until Elle Duncan just brought it up. But it's defensive. It's paranoid. Who does that in a farewell speech? Who doesn't say, I'm thankful for my time here? Who does that? I'll tell you someone who does that. Someone who knows there's a hidden agenda. Someone who knows that the people running ESPN are crooked. She knows. And that's why she went out. And that's why ESPN actually probably ran her out and said, hey, Elle, we're giving you a nice farewell speech. You know, most people don't get that. Radio, TV, most people, boom, you're gone. One day, you just disappeared. Like Shoeless Joe Jackson in the cornfield. Bye-bye. Never to be seen again. That's it. You're out. That's the way it happens for the vast majority of people. They don't get farewell speeches. I'm not going to be surprised if ESPN said to Elle Duncan, look, one hand washes the other. You go out there and you kind of defend us a little bit. We'll give you 4 minutes of a farewell speech. And she was probably like, okay. So she gets to say goodbye to people. I love this guy, that guy. And then she has to do her ESPN spin. It is gross what's happening to ESPN, what has happened. And I'm telling you, they're the next big corruption thing. We've had Hollywood. Everyone knows how Hollywood are just absolute pieces of garbage with Harvey Weinstein. The music industry with P. Diddy. What's the next big, huge scandal? Sports. And it's going to be ESPN. Saying it here first, right here on the Christmas episode of the Davey Mac Sports Program 2025. ESPN's going down. Because you've sinned. You have made this about yourselves. You were supposed to be what CNN was 30 years ago. I know. Let's not get into a CNN debate. CNN sucks. I get it. I understand. I'm saying when they first came out, it was simply about reporting the news, not making yourself the story. This is a person who is literally a news anchor on SportsCenter defending the billion-dollar corporation, and I'm supposed to believe that ESPN's on the up and up? They're completely dirty. Put them on the Shizer list right now.
Shizer, you're the ones that we despise.
Yeah, you heard what he said. We despise her, you.
May I tag your prediction, Dave?
Yes.
I'd like to take it a step further. I think the person who's going to bring it all to light is Curtis Jackson, a.k.a. 50 Cent. Because
he's on fire. That P. Diddy doc was awesome.
Exactly. And one of the loudest vocal critics of the doc was none other than LeBron James. To which 50 Cent announced his next documentary is going to be about LeBron James. And it's not going to be about basketball.
I'm serious. Fitty, if you want to run for president, you got my vote, dog. Just go on the independent.
I said that the last time. Yeah, I'm all in.
Don't go D or R because I can't. I can't with the D's or R's anymore. They both bother me. So Fitty, absolutely, because his P. Diddy thing was tremendous. Did you see that, Roy?
I haven't seen it yet, but it's on my list. I will see it soon.
It's tremendous.
Okay,
watch it.
I will.
There's one part in particular you're going to love, Roy, where they have the guy who wrote all of Diddy's raps come on, and he's doing how Diddy would rap the songs. And he's like, that's not how it's supposed to sound. That's fucking whack. It's supposed to sound like this. And he's just so mad that Diddy fucked up his songs.
Yeah, Roy, it was like when we recorded Forget Tom Brady, and Sean O'Barry, put down the rap lyrics.
Yeah,
and the temporary lyrics. I wrote them, folks, but Sean Barry put them down as temp tracks for like, this is how you should do it. And then I got in the booth and I tried to do it, and I didn't do it at first as well as Sean O, and I got yelled at.
Yeah.
I got yelled at by Sean O'Barry, who said, "Do it like me, David." And I've never forgotten that, Sean. I'm not holding against you. Merry Christmas to Sean O'Barry, by the way. Roy's bandmate in Torpedo and PJNY.
That's right. Yeah.
So I'm just really down on the whole ESPN, but that's not all. You guys are aware that Kirk Herbstreit is supposed to be a college football expert, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He does College Game Day on ESPN. So this past weekend was the first round of the college football playoffs. The weekend before that is that weird time between it's after the conference championships and it's before the college football playoffs, right?
Okay, yeah.
You know what that weekend, what happens on that weekend every year? The Army-Navy game.
Oh, okay.
Kirk Herbstreit goes out on his little Twitter and goes, "Man, I was missing college football last weekend. No college football last weekend. Oh, I'm so glad college football is coming back." Totally forgetting about the Army-Navy game, which, by the way, dirty ESPN, since I know you're partnered with SEC, the Army-Navy game outdrew the Alabama-Georgia game from November. Look it up.
Oh, I believe it, David.
The Army-Navy game almost
They're
drew
trained with
8.
weapons.
They nearly drew 8 million people. This is an American tradition. I watch this like, the Kentucky Derby, like the Masters. There are certain things that I just watch because it's America. This is the
You're
type of stuff
American.
that-
Yes.
It's a wonderful tradition. Army-Navy, here we go. And there's Kirk Herbstreit saying, totally forgetting about the game, not remembering the game, and dissing the game. Really dissing that important American tradition because he goes, no college football, except for the Army-Navy game. And some of those kids might actually die in combat, you stupid motherfucker. Maybe give them their glory, asshole.
For real. Hey, David, normally I vote for the Army because, my father was a Vietnam veteran. But this year...
God bless him, by the way. Thank you.
Thank you. But this year...
Wait a second. He was a veteran of the American military?
Yes, he was drafted 2 days after he got married.
Okay, Robert, I apologize. I told you he'd worked with the German military in the 40s. And apparently I was wrong with some of my details. I don't like to make the mistakes that ESPN makes, so I apologize. Your dad, you're sure your dad didn't work for the Germans in the 40s at all?
No, not World War II. He was definitely Vietnam War. But this year, David, I am voting for Navy because I have a special announcement. My son just enlisted to the Navy. My son, Devin. So he is going to be going off in March. So, yeah, proud of my boy. Definitely.
Wow.
Yep.
That's incredible, Roy.
Thanks, David.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I'm very proud.
I'm always going to think of our two amazing performances last year at Thanksgiving when the Davey Mac Sports Program, Roy on drums, myself, I'm on drums and vocals, Roy on keyboards, and his son on
Devin.
guitar, and we we absolutely killed it with Up on Cripple Creek and
Shape I'm
The
In.
Weight.
The Weight, yes.
The
Shape I'm In.
The Shape I'm In. Unbelievable. But he had very long hair, beautiful long hair. I was jealous of his hair.
Yes, very long hair, which he has since shaved off, which looks wild.
Roy,
yeah.
Did you save it? Because I got red hair, and then I can finally have my Axl Rose look. I'll just glue it to my head.
Hey, man, if anybody's getting a wig on this show, just throwing it out there, it feels like one of us might be more qualified than the rest.
Red, you would look like Bruce Valanche if you
who's
put
that,
a weird, non-black colored hair on your head. You would have a Bruce Valanche look.
Wait, who's Bruce Valanche? I don't know.
Bruce
I'm not
the
familiar.
Hollywood Squares and famous comedy writer. He's the guy. He was on the Hollywood Squares. Is how you would know him publicly, but he also he writes. I think to this day, he's the joke writer at awards shows like the Oscars.
Oh, okay. Is he the guy who was always in the middle square?
Bruce
Oh,
Arians.
I know exactly. Yeah.
Right?
Now I know.
If
Yes.
you take Devin's hair, we put it in a wig and we put it on Robert, he's going to have some sort of weird Bruce Valanche if we just get him red glasses.
Maybe Devin's hair is not the route to go, but I am desperate. It's so
Would you
bad.
style it? Or what if Robert styled it differently? Went for like a Trump type of humongous comb.
Oh,
It's
man.
so bad. I posted a picture of me outside of a comedy club, and a guy I was in college with who lives in Turkey now hit me up and was like, Bobby, do you need a hair transplant? Like, I own a clinic. I'll help you out.
No, what a dick. What? The guy you hadn't seen him in college, and he's just like, hey, Bobby, you're bald.
It was actually, he's Turkish. I think he was genuinely like, that's their culture. There's a problem. I'll try to help. I'm a friend, but it did come across a little rude.
You know why? Because the Turkish culture is a little rude, apparently.
Yeah, it's fun when you're standing out and you're like,
I love when people are like, well, that's their culture. Yeah, their culture is being blunt and rude.
a little bit.
I call it honesty. That's all.
I think I know why
Honest.
Kirk Herbstreit hates the Army-Navy game, though. And that's
Why?
because when he wanted to enlist, they still had the don't ask, don't tell. And he was busy telling everybody.
Folks, we're not saying anything about Kirk Herbstreit's sexual orientation. But, I mean, I could see it. I could see what Robert's saying.
We can all see it.
We're not gonna say it.
There are times where McAfee takes his shirt off, gets on the desk, does this insanely douchey, whatever the local college, their chant, their song is. I immediately flip over to the Fox pregame because I can't. I try to do the college game day, but they douche me out sometimes too much that I'm like, all right, you know what? Go over to Fox. Go over their college show. When McAfee takes the shirt off on the console, you see Kirk Herbstreit staring at him like a lion looks at a lamb chop. He's like, oh,
He starts biting his
Pat.
lower lip.
yeah. Ooh. Literally drool. But anyway, so that's Herbstreit. Now, we're not done with the ESPN group.
Oh, man.
LA
Really?
Times writer, but also he works for ESPN on Around the Horn. He appears on Around the Horn very regularly. Bill Plaschke says that Notre Dame is chicken for backing out of the USC game. Notre Dame, Roy, and USC have had a rivalry for decades and decades. It's a wonderful game. Oftentimes, both schools are good, makes a lot of money, millions of dollars for the schools, the conferences, and, of course, the television networks.
Okay.
Well, he goes, it's not taking place this year, Roy. Instead, Notre Dame's going to take on BYU, and they're going to replace USC with BYU. Here's the issue. This guy, in his own article, writes that both sides had agreed to everything until USC at the last second wanted to change the date from mid-November to early December. It's usually around mid-November to maybe, if it's late, early December is the game. Well, when's that? That's towards the end of the year, where your rankings now are really being looked at and a loss matters. Furthermore, USC is looking at Notre Dame saying Notre Dame's going to be awesome next year. Their quarterback was phenomenal, and he was a freshman, and he lost 2 games in the first 2 weeks by a total of 4 points. He was fantastic. He brings Notre Dame down 24-10 against Miami, gets 2 touchdowns and ties the game, and then they let up a stupid field goal. And then the other game, he puts 40 points on Texas A&M. And if we didn't have an awful kicking game, Notre Dame, that is, missing extra points and missing 30-yard field goals, Notre Dame would have won that game by 4 or 5 points. Nevertheless, people are seeing that going, next year Notre Dame's a problem. If we're going to play them early, because that's when you upset these teams. You upset them early, or at least a Marcus Freeman team, because Marcus Freeman's showing he knows how to coach late in the year. Notre Dame made it to the CFP last year, remember, folks? And they won 3 games, 3 out of the 4 possible games. Yeah, they lost in the national championship. What was it, 35-24 or 34-23, whatever.
Yeah.
Point being, They represented themselves well. They play well in crunch time. Marcus Freeman is a money coach. He's a great coach. And USC, in order to get away from taking a loss to Notre Dame, says at the last second, mind you, well, we want to play early. We want to play in September. We want to play Notre Dame. The game has never been played early like that. We're talking about the USC Notre Dame game having tradition, Bill Plaschke. Well, that game doesn't get played in late August, asshole. That game is always mid-November to early December. Okay? So what's happening actually is that USC is backing out. Not the other way around.
Right.
And you know who agrees with me? Former USC Trojan standout, superstar, and Super Bowl champion Keyshawn Johnson. Ooh. And Keyshawn Johnson, who doesn't work for the ESPN or anything, he can tell the truth. Keyshawn Johnson destroyed his own school. He called his coach Lane Kiffin. Who's the coach of USC? I forget his name. Don't worry about it. He called the coach a chicken, and he said USC is scared.
Ooh.
This is from a famous USC alum, Keyshawn Johnson. Quote, USC is scared. And this Bill Plaschke goes on the LA Times, and then he'll go on ESPN on Around the Horn and says Notre Dame is scared? It's literally the opposite. It's, again, look at the connection. Well, why would Bill Plaschke almost contradict himself in his own article? Because he works for ESPN in addition to the LA Times. And when you have that dirty connection to corruption, you got to keep towing the corrupt line. Bill Plaschke, we see you. Shizer list.
Shizer! Shizer! You're the ones that we despise!
Right, Roy?
Yeah, I hear you, man. It's state of affairs, David.
Roy, give me a little Christmas, buddy. I'm upset. It's Christmas time, baby. Yeah, baby. It's Christmas time here on the Davey Mac Sports Program, and we're hoping everybody has a nice Christmas, except for you, Bill Plaschke and Kirk Herbstreit. We want you dead. Hey, that ain't a threat. That ain't a threat, Bill Plaschke and Kirk Herbstreit. Davey Mac Sports Program never get violent, baby. We don't believe in it, dog. We just want to verbally eviscerate you, baby. But a happy Christmas to everybody out there, except for Bill Plaschke and Kirk Herbstreit. And Paul Finebaum.
Oh.
Because this twerp has gotten now obsessed with Notre Dame. Hey, Paul, aren't you supposed to be a college football expert? There he is, Roy.
I see.
There's Progeria Paul Finebaum, as I like to call him, the emptied colostomy bag. Yeah. But something new has struck me with Paul Finebaum, but I won't say it yet. Let me just say he goes on television. This is after the college football playoffs have now concluded their first round. Games have taken place. New matchups are on the horizon, and he's still wasting his time, taking time out, because he's going, I am now rooting for Miami just so Notre Dame fans will shut the hell up. That's what he said.
Wow.
Hey, Paul, now you're the obsessed one, douchebag. And by the way, don't you have Project Starfish to concentrate on? Shouldn't you worried about Starro breaking out of his cage and eating the town? Because, yeah, there's the picture. You can't tell me that Paul Finebaum isn't the thinker from the Suicide Squad, the James Gunn version. He looks exactly like him, folks.
I see it. You know, I never thought I'd see a guy with a thinner neck than me. I actually grew a beard to hide my skinny little neck.
No, see, you have a nice artistic look. Paul Finebaum is the clinical definition of a pencil neck geek. The classy Freddie Blassie would say. And he's disturbing looking. And he does look exactly like the thinker. Just glue some bolts to his face. I mean, it's the same guy. So, by the way, here, in summation of all of the ESPN nonsense and dishonesty when it comes to everything, including Notre Dame. Hey, guys, you know one reason why Notre Dame probably should have been included? You've had 4 college football games now played. The first round's over. We're moving on to the bowl games. And anyone on ESPN can talk about is Notre Dame. So you're actually proving that Notre Dame really are the biggest stars in college football. It's not Alabama. It's not Ohio State. It's not Michigan. Because stupid Irish people like myself, from the Atlantic Ocean to the Pacific Ocean, we all root for Notre Dame. So that's the point. It's a national team, and they're the biggest stars in college football because no one will stop talking about them. The proof is in the pudding, in your face. Paul Finebaum, Shizer.
Shizer! You're the ones that we despise!
Yeah, we despise that guy.
A lot of shizes today, David.
All right, you know what?
Definitely feeling it.
I know. And it's time to bring in some Christmas cheer. There's a little boy from outer space who is a companion. He's been a companion for us for such a long time. He started on the Davey Mac Sports Program as the sports computer. He then came to a compound with us and morphed into the Shock Jock robot. And now he has combined those two elements and is simply known as the sports robot. It's incarnation number 3 of this little character. And, well, he can get a little controversial, so I do need to say, thoughts and opinions of sports robot do not reflect the Davey Mac Sports Program. I want to say that right now. Anyway, here he is. He's here. Hi, sports robot. Happy holidays, my cyber friend. He says he'd be a lot merrier if Donner and Blitzen trampled me to death. Folks, by the way, I will be interpreting sports robot. I know he's beeps and bloops to you, but I speak droid. So I'll be interpreting all of sports robot's opinions. But again, these are his words, not mine. What? He says droids don't like the holidays. They cause a battery shortage. And the low power makes it hard to get his dick up. I would like to remind you, sports robot, it's a Christmas episode. It's a blessed time. He says, how does a snowman transition? He chops off his snowballs. Despite Robert and yourself laughing, apparently, I disapprove of these jokes. I really do. What? What's the difference between Charlie Sheen and Santa? I don't know. Santa is smart enough to stop at the third hoe. I know, yeah, that's what? And that's why he won't get AIDS, is what he just said, hasn't. Can we, maybe we should wrap this up, sports robot. It's very distasteful. He says, no, why doesn't Santa get AIDS? He wraps his package. Okay, I have to conclude, sports robot. You've done nothing but actually harm. What? Why does Mrs. Claus want to get divorced? She's married to a guy who comes only once a year. I disapprove of these jokes. Very disturbing. I really... What? What happens when you throw Santa in an oven? He comes out as crisp, Kringle. Okay. Believe it or not, that actually I feel good about that one. I thought we were going to go in a much darker, late 30s, early 40s type of direction, which I would have disapproved of. But why was the snowman happy? Because for Christmas, Santa gave him a snow blower. Oral sex. He's talking about a snowman getting a blowjob. Okay, sports robot, everyone. I'm not, no more. That little boy from outer space, that little cyber droid boy from outer space has a lot to be ashamed of, in my opinion. But everyone loves him, so we thought we'd include him for Christmas. Roy, what? Any plans? Any special plans for Christmas for you?
We are hosting Christmas at my house this year, David. So as far as plans, we're gonna be here. I'm gonna be cooking dinner for a bunch of family and friends. And
what do we have? A ham?
We got an Irish ham that we pick up from a very special butcher in Woodside, Queens. We go to them every year. We got a couple 10-pound hams, and yeah, that's
that's good. I gotta tell you something. I'm actually not a big ham guy, but on Christmas, I love it.
Yeah. It's definitely a Christmas.
It's like the most delicious food ever. Maybe because I only save ham like that for once a year. Like the a ham sandwich is fine. I like cold cuts. I can do that. I'm talking about the big ham that we're cooking.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, it's great. I can't wait. Very excited about it. Very excited.
Yeah, my mom's being controversial. She's making meatballs this year.
Meatballs?
Ooh, that's a good one. We do the Italian every year.
But there's no ham.
I'm not a big ham guy anyway.
You know what? Fuck you, Joe Boo.
Fair enough. Yeah.
No, what are you doing, What are you doing, Robert? What are you doing for Christmas?
So the good news is I'm traveling back from Myrtle to Pennsylvania today. And yesterday, my parents volunteered me tomorrow morning to go pick up my aunt in Ohio to bring her in for Christmas Eve dinner so we can do the 7 fishes. And then we'll do Christmas as a family.
What? These people can't drive for themselves or take
Apparently
a little plane?
not. No, apparently not.
How much money would it take you in gas to get there? Why not just get her a car service?
I mean, she lives in Ohio. It's like a 5-hour trip. It'd be pretty pricey.
Well, maybe not. It might be like $250.
Well, folks, if you're watching this and you want to get a car service for my aunt, feel free to Venmo Dave, and he will pass it along.
Well, I'm only PayPal, folks. Didvod, D as in David, I, D as in David, V as in vehicle, O, D as in David, at AOL.com. And actually, that brings me to some shout-outs that I'd like to do. Okay. David the Wonderful, Mr. Wonderful. He's tremendous. I want to thank you for all your support, love throughout the years. He's an absolute nut, but we love him for that. He's crazy in the best way possible. Jesse, I got to thank Jesse. He's tremendous. I love Jesse. He's wonderful. Ronnie Archer. Love Ronnie. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Coke Logic. Come on, Coke Logic. I mean, the amount of brilliant art that Coke Logic has done throughout the years, every show that I do, Coke Logic has done the art for. He's fantastic. And Ross, I want to thank a big thank you as well for moral support and all kinds of other support. Let's be honest. And it's really helped us. This last year, all of my equipment failed. My computer failed. My microphone failed. My camera failed. I had one thing after another. This is on top of all of the other problems. And I'm not even going to say they're all mine. A lot of family issues or personal things or this or that. But here's the good news. Everyone's making their way out of it. Everyone all of a sudden is on an upswing. That's myself included. And the DMSP, for that matter. And Modern Day Man with Aaron Berg and all the shows that we're doing. So I want to thank all of them, but I also want to thank you who are watching this show, listening to this show. I want to thank you. You're an East Side Davidian, whether you like it or not. You're a dogsy, whether you like it or not. Trademark copyrighted. I said that before Luis Gomez started doggies. Sorry, not sorry. That's a fact. But anyway, dogsy. You're a dogsy. You're an East Side Davidian. Okay, you're part of the Dave Pound. And I want to thank all of you. Okay, keep the support and keep it going. Show's not ending. I just thought, let's take a moment right now to say thank you to everybody because it is a Christmas episode. Roy, do you want to thank anyone? Is there anyone special you'd like to thank?
Nope, not at all, David. Not at all. Yeah, I'm Jewish, so no, I'm kidding. David, you know who I want to thank? I want to thank you.
You had to make sure
Yeah.
that we all knew he wasn't. But
Yeah,
I'm kidding, folks.
Not really. Not really.
I'm kidding. Relax.
That's a joke.
That's a joke, folks. Roy's German, and well, you're a Roman Catholic, Mike, like myself, right? Or
Yeah, I mean, kind of.
not
Yeah.
really, I guess.
No, not really. I mean, well, I want to thank you, David, and Bobby for for such an enjoyable show every week. I look forward to it weekly, and we've been doing it for what now, 15 years now, and
We started 2011. Then we
Yeah.
morphed it into the Eastside Dave show on
Yeah, yeah.
Compound. And then we morphed it back into the Davey Mac Sports Program. But yeah, we see it as one giant nightmarish kaleidoscope of shows, really. It's all the same thing.
it's all the same. It's all the same.
If it's Davey Mac and Roy Harder,
Yeah.
it's gold. That's what you got to know about. And then Bobby. But you know what? We'll throw out a Sean O'Barry and the Chris Pepper Stanley. And all the how about
Bronx
Bobo?
Johnny.
How about Big A? How about Big A Andrew Gold?
He's
Oh,
gold.
yeah.
Big A.
And don't forget about Flutesy, David.
What about Flutesy? She's tremendous. And we're not going to. And by the way, I believe we're going to be getting Flutesy on the show in 2026.
Oh, nice.
It's possible, folks, she was going to do the show today. And then it's possible that someone said, Davey Mac, my period is really bad. I can't see. I'll see you in 2026. And it's possible that I said, no sweat. I know we're all trying to fit this in a small window. I thank you. And we will be having Flutesy on the show in 2026. So look forward to that. Maybe even the first show back if she wants. If she
Hopefully,
wants.
yeah. I mean,
But you know
should've-
Flutesy. She's a little.
you-
Flutesy synonymous with flighty.
Yeah, that is true. You should have just said she had some kind of iron deficiency. Wink, wink. You know, I think we would have all known exactly what you were talking about, David.
Well, I said it's possible that these things happen. It's not necessarily. It's possible she just had a fever.
That's true. Yes. Well, we wish her
Right?
well. Hopefully, she's. I hope she's okay.
Yeah, me too. Robert, I don't know why I paused.
Yeah.
Robert,
My shout out.
yeah, your shout out.
Jack Edwards, when he retired as a Bruins commentator, gave a speech where he basically said, "You don't find out who your best teammates are when the champagne's dripping from the ceiling. You find out it when everything goes to shit." And you guys are the best teammates I've had. So thank you for getting me through this year. And I'm looking forward to 2026. Shout out to all the fans who've kept us going. You know, all the people you mentioned, a couple of the guys, Daz, obviously, Big A, Bobo, Big A, who checks in on me once a week. So thank you guys for everything you do.
They're the
Thank
best.
you.
All you
Thank you,
guys are the
Bobby.
best. If we didn't mention you, you're part of the Eastside Davidians and the Dave Pound. So don't be upset.
All
I'm
of us are
thinking of
running on
everyone.
like 2 hours of sleep. So if we forgot
Yeah,
a name, it wasn't personal.
We're all thinking of you truly.